Hey everybody, sorry it has been so long. I have had so much going on. This is going to be a pretty basic life update video. There's just been a million things we've been through in the last few months, and I'm sorry that I've not been here to keep you all posted. But one of the things that I'm going to talk about is Hurricane Michael, because we live in the Bay County area, Panhandle, Florida, and it was crazy. So if you guys haven't been to this channel before, I'm Cristin, and I do a lot of, I guess, vlogs, healthy living, kind of a green lifestyle, and all kinds of other stuff. So we'll just mix it up and we'll go from there. So let's just jump right in. So I have moved into a different room because I just realized that the lighting right now at this time of day is not so great for video. So I'd like to start by saying we have moved into a new house. I bought my first house. Super exciting. And then about a week after we closed on the house, Hurricane Michael was in the Gulf of Mexico heading our way. Oh shit. Excuse my language, but we are. So, there was that, and that's a whole story that I started to film, but it got really scary, and at one point I decided that it was getting to the point our safety was more important than trying to get footage. So I shut down all the equipment and stopped recording, and I will show you a little bit of what I recorded pre-Hurricane Michael, and then maybe a little bit of the aftermath. So we were within 10 miles of the direct hit, the eye of the storm, and we initially stayed here because I feel like I have to stand up. Like I feel like I can't. It's like really emotional. We originally were supposed to get a Category 2. Then about a day later, it turned into a 3. The day the storm was coming and supposed to come and hit, like make landfall within like 24 hours, it moved to a Category 4. We had some friends staying with us because they lived in a home that wasn't in a safe area, and ours is a brick home, so they decided to come stay with us and brought their kids. And we were listening to the radio, and we were sitting on the back porch, and the guy on the radio said, if you did not heed the warnings and you did not evacuate, because we were under a mandatory evacuation at that point. However, we didn't pack anything. The roads were clogged, full of people and traffic, and gas stations were closed, and we could only get as far as the tank of gas would take us. So that wasn't really going to be helpful because the storm was supposed to come up through the Panhandle and then continue north. So there was really nowhere to go. So we're listening to the radio, and we're just like having a bite to eat, and we're having like a beer, just trying to like make the best of it. And the guy comes over the radio and says, if you did not heed the warnings and you did not evacuate, we suggest that you write your name and your social security number on your left arm and your next of kin on your right arm. And we all looked at each other and realized we should have evacuated. This is bad. That was the last thing we heard before we lost radio signal, and simultaneously we lost power and cable and Wi-Fi and pretty much everything else you can imagine. So we're sitting in the dark, the hurricane's coming, and I decide to run upstairs. I had put life jackets upstairs because we're in a 2-level house at our new place. and I put enough life jackets for all the adults, all the kids, and even the animals. And I start tying them together with any kind of rope, belts, anything I can find, because we're supposed to have a 30-foot storm surge, a wall of water. We're about 15 feet above ground, but it had already been raining a ton, so the ground was saturated and it was coming up. And that's the point where we all started to kind of freak out, because this is getting real. This is no longer a fun, get the day off work hurricane party. This is real. Shit's going down. It's a coming. And let me tell you, what happened during that and after that has changed the entire course of our life. So with that said, I'm going to show you some photos, and then I will come back and finish our update.
We're all looking for something. We're all looking for hope. Hope you can't just have just because you were born with hope. No, we're born with pain. We're born and live through difficulties. The greatest thing is love. When we feel like we don't have enough love, we don't have enough hope, we start losing strength to live.
Disaster. We were in the middle of renovating the house we bought right before the storm came, and now we're finally getting back to where we can move on and complete the renovation. So this is pretty much the only spot that's clean where I can take a video. So here we go. To kind of finish up the life update, life after the storm. Most of the businesses here on the beach have reopened or are about to reopen. People about 10 to 20 miles east of us in the Panama City, Callaway, Lynn Haven, Parker, Tyndall Air Force Base area are still in pretty bad devastation. Supposedly they're going to work on reopening Tyndall Air Force Base, but I don't know how long that will take. It's pretty much destroyed and flattened. However, I do have to say that my job has restarted, thank goodness, and so we are back to somewhat normal life. We are going to try to get the rest of these renovations finished so that I can do a house tour for you guys. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.